Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. I know that it's kind of late, maybe not if you're over on the West Coast, but for those of us in the Midwest and over on the East Side, it is quiet time usually around this time. Maybe you are curled up in bed, maybe you're sitting on the couch, maybe you're foregoing your usual routine to join us tonight, and we really, really appreciate that. We wanted to try a different time to make it easier on some people. Maybe you have evening activities or you have to get the kids to sleep, and this time might work out. So that's why we chose this time tonight. And there will be a recording of this that we will send out. But anyway, no matter what, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to join us tonight. We are very excited to share with you. I'm going to share my screen because we have a fun PowerPoint. Okay. Full screen. All right. All right, so like I said, welcome. Let's talk about gut health. So gut health is something that, it's kind of gaining some traction. They've been talking about on Good Morning America recently. Like, it's not something that's taught in medical school necessarily for most doctors. So it's because it's more so like natural medicine, that kind of thing. And so they're taught more so prescriptions over this kind of natural healing realm. So there's kind of some catch up that's going around with people like, what is gut health? And it is something that we all need to know about. It's very, very important because it affects so much of our body. So we're glad that you're here tonight, and hopefully you can get some information about what the heck could be going on in your gut, and maybe you have symptoms that you didn't know was actually tied to your gut. So hopefully we can educate you tonight. And also, click. Where's it going to the next slide? There we go. All right, tonight you're going to hear from me and my two friends, Wendy and Kaesia. We're very happy to share with you. I have been taking Plexus for over 5 years, Wendy 1 year, and Kaesia just a few months here. So kind of a wide range of experiences and different things that we've struggled with. So we are happy to share our stories with you, and hopefully you can gain some knowledge and inspiration out of our stories. All right, so first of all, symptoms of an unbalanced gut. When you hear gut health, you usually think of like digestion issues, issues with going to the bathroom, but there is so much research out there about what the gut is actually connected to. And there's actually something called the gut brain connection. It is connected to your brain, your mood, and just all functions of your body. It's connected to your gut and what we eat, right? So if you look at this list here, it's pretty overwhelming. I'm sure all of us on this call struggle with quite a few things on this list, and some you might not even expect are related to your gut. Like, how can that be? But it certainly is. You could go onto Google right now and you could look up gut health thyroid, gut health weight, gut health arthritis, and find some amazing research out there. So, this isn't just like a plexus thing, you guys. This is a thing. This is a thing. Gut health is a thing, right? So yeah, just kind of scan over that list, and this isn't just about you two. This is about your family, about your kids. Our kids are growing up in a different time than maybe we did, and they how easily they can have these sugary cereals with the food dyes, and even things that they serve at school aren't always healthy. And it's I have little kids myself. The candy that's thrown out is crazy. And now we're not saying don't give your kids candy, but we're just kind of opening up to the real life realization that this is what happens when we consume these things. So you can see over here on the left, there's the mouth. He's eating, she's eating, putting stuff into the body, and it's gonna affect the gut. So I have written below, do you consume sugar? I'm sure we all have consumed sugar and maybe do frequently. Have you taken antibiotics? The antibiotics actually kill a year's worth of good bacteria every time you have a round of antibiotics. So yes, antibiotics are wonderful and helpful for what they need to do, but they also kill all bacteria. So not only bad, but good. So it takes a year worth of buildup with good probiotics to bring you back to normal after doing that round of antibiotics. Do you not thoroughly clean your food and fruits and vegetables before you wash them? There's toxins all over the place, right? Do you breathe in the air? We all do. Toxins and pollution in the air. Do you eat fake foods? I'm talking Oreos, Jello, Cheetos. Like, we're not saying you can never have those things, but do you consume them? Yeah, I think most of us do, right? Have you been under stress? Yes, I think we've all been under stress, and that makes it a lot harder on your body to deal with all these things you can see in this picture here. These are all the things that are soaking in, going through our cells, getting into our bloodstream, and
I said, you got done with
the
that?
symptoms that come out the other side, right? That's the list that we were just looking at on the previous page. All of those symptoms, it's from what we eat, you guys. Like, it's just the way that it is, and none of us are perfect. We can't be perfect. There's a lot of people out there that, maybe hear about these products and they think, well, I eat very healthy. I eat all whole foods. None of us are perfect. Even if you eat completely healthy, there's research that our soil is depleted of nutrients that it didn't used to be 30, 40 years ago, so we're just not getting the right nutrients. We're putting all these unknown toxins topically all over the place into our body. And that's where those symptoms are coming from. And that's why it's kind of like, well, it's normal to be tired. I mean, have you ever heard of so many people having migraines and headaches as like recently? Like, almost everyone struggles with headaches and migraines. That's not normal, you guys, but it makes sense why so many of us struggle with it. So that's what we're focusing on tonight. That is the status of your gut. Insert the gut health system that was created by Plexus. We're going to really dive in with that tonight. There are a lot of other products that Plexus offers, but we really want to focus on the gut health system because it's just kind of the supreme system and what's really definitely helped Wendy, Kaesia, and I. So it's very, very simple. It will balance your gut back to how it's meant to function. Okay, we're going to kind of break down how that works. You have a drink. It's called Slim, the pink drink, once or twice a day. You only need it once a day, but twice is just as more beneficial. It comes in a little packet. You shake it up in your water bottle every day. Tastes great. You can see we have flavor options, so you can find the one that works best for you. And then you have your capsules, the BioCleanse and the probiotic. You can take it right with your drink so you remember. You could keep it by your bed to do it at night. You just get in a routine to be taking that every day, and as things change for you. So this is kind of a little bit about how it works. We think of our gut as a garden, right? And the garden is out of whack from all that sugar and alcohol and toxins and preservatives and all that stuff we're shoving down in there, right? It's out of whack. It's weedy. So the first thing we have to do is weed our garden. And that is with the BioCleanse. You can see there, it's oxygenated magnesium. It's a very simple product, but it's very, very smart how it works. Magnesium and vitamin C. That is it. That's going to help get rid of all the buildup of the toxins that you've had over the years. It also really helps if you are constipated. For example, if you've ever been prescribed or your children prescribed Miralax, Miralax is not good for you. It's very overly prescribed by doctors as the answer, but this is just vitamin C and magnesium and much better for your children and yourself. Very, very natural. And you can take, however many you need. Maybe it's just one, you're a very regular person, or maybe you struggle with constipation. You might be a 4 BioCleanse a day kind of person, but Google the benefits of magnesium. It is so, so good for you. So that's the BioCleanse. We're going to start getting rid of the bad. And then we have the probiotic. We're going to start seeding our gut. So this is all the good bacteria coming in. We're feeding those good gut microbes because you get this overwhelm of all the bad. Well, we got to be balanced, right? So we want to feed the good gut microbes and make those replenished, and with this comes better sleep, better mood. You're so much more balanced. It's very, very, I mean, there's benefits to probiotics, as you know, but there's a difference with ours, and that's that it actually can penetrate the cell wall. There's so many different kinds of probiotics. Some like have to store in the fridge, or some don't even make it down because of your stomach acid, but this one specifically makes it down. It's a vegetarian capsule, and it has digestive enzymes, and it can actually penetrate the cell wall called chitin. It's like this hard outer layer, and the Probio 5 can penetrate that. So that's pretty awesome. It's a probiotic that works. So you can actually feel the difference when you take it. I personally up my Probio 5 once a month when I have PMS that time of the month, because it will really help control your sugar cravings. So I usually go up during that time period each month. And then feed. We're going to feed with the Slim, the pink drink, the famous pink drink that's been around for a long time now. It was just recently patented in the last couple months, which is a years and years worth of process and legal stuff. And really, really awesome that is patented, because there are some copycats out there these days, but this is clinically proven to work. So that's really exciting. And that has prebiotics, which is food for probiotics. So it all works. It's called the triplex because it's these three things that just all work together to get rid of the bad and put in the good and keep doing it. So it's helping with years of damage, right? We can't expect to get healthy in a week when we've been doing this our whole lives. So it's going to help with that past damage, but also it's a continual upkeep kind of thing, a very gentle way to just keep your system in check. Oh, it's my story. Okay. I'll try to go fast because I've been talking so much. Okay. This is me. Hi, I'm Jenny. As you can see here, like I said, I've been taking Plexus products for over 5 years. I am a stay-at-home mom. I'm 38 years old. I have a 9-year-old daughter, 8-year-old daughter, and 5-year-old son. So it's a very elementary school kind of life over here that we got going on. I found out about Plexus products when I was 9 months pregnant with my son. And so this was a really cool way for me to compare how I felt with being postpartum with him versus with my daughter. And that's kind of where my story resides, just kind of gaining belief in these products. I honestly had somebody kind of be really forceful with me to try them, and I was like skeptical. And I'll be completely honest with you, I was in a bad financial situation, actually. And that's what made me decide to try it. I'm like, I can make money from my phone. Fine, I'll try this. And then it turned out that I fell in love with the product. So that I know my story is kind of different than a lot of people, but it is what it is. So I decided to try these products. I started when my son was 3 weeks postpartum. He was 3 weeks old. And I was so nervous. I was like, what is this pink drink, this magical pink drink? What's it going to do to me? Am I going to like the taste? And I did. And some of the things I noticed with this newborn baby is that even though I was up all night with him, I woke up in the morning and I felt good. Like I noticed I was like singing around the kitchen. I'm like, this is totally placebo. Like, what? This is no way is it this silly drink. And I also had a thing where I didn't like to drink coffee because I was breastfeeding. And so I really like guilt myself if I ever had caffeine. And I didn't need caffeine during the day anymore. So that was amazing. And then I actually, in hindsight, saw some amazing changes with my son because I was passing on these great nutrients and probiotics through my breast milk. He slept great, which who knows, it could have just been his personality, but light years different from my daughter. I struggled actually to produce milk for my daughter. It was a big shameful thing. I stopped around 2 months. I couldn't make it happen. And with my son, it was like up until he was 1, like normal, amazing. Like it felt so good to be able to do that. He also did not get sick his first year of life. Like my immune system, his immune system were top notch because of all of these nutrients and probiotics. Your immunity is connected to your gut as well. And then another thing I noticed is that he never had diaper rash, which that's a yeast thing, which is your gut. So looking back, I was just like, that's, I mean, I would love to, do pregnancy over and have a plexus baby and see like having all these awesome things. Like there's some awesome stories for pregnant women. Anyway, so that was the start of it. I started to make an income and then fell in love with the products. And I just felt like this is mom juice. Like every mom needs to be on this. I used to eat every single night ice cream or chocolate and a big glass of milk before bed. Like I could not sleep without it. And that was actually the last thing that I um, accomplished with Plexus because I was like, oh, I can sleep good. Like I'm going to the bathroom great. My mood was so good, but I couldn't tackle the craving. And I was just like so mad at myself. Like, how can this be? And they say with the gut health system, like you need to give it 90 days to get the full benefits and to really tackle the past. And I kid you not, day 90, I was mad. I was like, why am I still wanting chocolate? Day 91, I was like talking to my friends. I'm like, is this a joke? I had to wait till day 91. Are you kidding me? Um, but yeah, it's like you crave good. I remember biting into an apple and I'm like, oh, this is the juiciest, sweetest, sugary thing in the world. This apple, like just like good foods, like just make you feel so good. And the other, like, I can't, when my kids had Halloween candy, I'm like, oh, so fake. Ugh, like you just can't, it changes your taste buds and everything. So um yeah, it's been an incredible journey, and I want to pass it on to my friends because I've been talking your ear off, and I have more talking to do. So Wendy, if you're ready
Oh my
to go,
God.
please share, and I will mute myself.
I am just laughing because that picture on the left, like it was almost exactly a year ago. And it was like, Facebook memory popped up. And I remember because I think I had just gotten like my Plexus stuff. I think, I don't know. Anyway, it was right around that time. And I remember going to my cousin's baby shower. And I just was like, I'm feeling so terrible, like always having to go to the bathroom, always feeling bloated. I was just like, nothing was regular, like with my digestion. And I don't know, that was kind of the main thing. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, gut health, I don't have digestive problems. And it doesn't always show up that way for people. But for me, that was one thing that it was showing up in that way for me. And at that time too, I was beyond fatigued. I would sit and like cry because I knew I was doing the bare minimum to get through my day, to take care of my kids and to take care of my house. And I had like aspirations to like volunteer at church and like all these things that I like wanted to do. And I physically couldn't. And I was like, am I just lazy? What's wrong with me? Like I just was beating myself up. And I'm like, but something is wrong. Like my stomach doesn't feel well. I can't get the energy. Like I try to exercise. I tried to eat right. I tried to cut out sugar, tried to do all the right things. And I would be exhausted within a week of trying it and just feeling like I could not sustain it. And I'm like, what gives? And I had actually been watching Jenny. She's my amazing sponsor that shared Plexus with me like 4 years ago. At that time, I didn't think I needed it, but then stress hit. I lost my dad, COVID. My mom was diagnosed with Parkinson's. And then again, I put on a little bit of weight. I've always been a real thin person, but I put on some weight, and then that bloating and that fatigue and just stress had like just beaten my gut down basically. But I didn't know that was the problem. So obviously you can hear like just the emotion and like the anxiety that it caused. I would have brain fog. I couldn't remember things. My husband would be so irritated with me. Speaking of that, I was never in the mood, and that was putting a strain on my relationship. And there was so much. There was so much going on. And so finally I was like, okay, I've been watching Jenny. She seems to be feeling good. I see other people are kind of in our circle through social media also doing this pink drink and like talking about gut health. And I'm like, okay, maybe this is my answer. Because I had been to the doctor, trying to keep this short for you guys. I had been to the doctor, tried getting my iron up because I thought it was my iron, but nope, that fatigue was just still there. I wasn't chewing on ice anymore. I got my iron levels up a little, but the fatigue was still there. The stress was still there. The anxiety was still there. And I'm like, finally, I'm like, okay. And also, financial things too kind of came into play. And I'm like, well, Jenny's going on some trips and she's making some money. And, I'm like, maybe this would be something that would be helpful for my family too. So I met her for coffee and she just thought we were hanging out, catching up because we had gotten the kids together a few times over the years because we both lived in Minnesota at the time. And I met her and I was like, Jenny, I think I'm ready to try Plexus. And she's like, oh, great. And of course we had caught up and talked before that. And I said, but no, I really think I need to try this. I don't really understand all of it, whatever, but I think I need to try it. I prayed about it. I talked to my husband about it. I need to do something, but I also want to be able to pay for my products, just to see how they work because, I wasn't sure. I don't want to put more financial stuff on my husband. So I'm like, I'm going to start sharing. I'm just going to take this huge step of faith, try my products and start sharing. Within 2 weeks, I was sleeping better. My bloating went down. Like I had energy in the morning. Like, I don't know. I get super emotional. It's been a year and I could not imagine like my life without these products. So I'm just super thankful. And I just wanted to share, if you are skeptical and you've been watching, you've been waiting and you're tuning into this and you're like, okay, I hope you hear just how much it has changed my life. It's been amazing. So that's my story.
Oh my gosh, I just love you. And the coolest thing too is like the friends that you meet through this. Now I know Wendy and I have both kind of mentioned like the financial part of it, and that's just our choice and what we do. With you don't have to share it all. You don't have to do any sort of financial business income. You don't have to do that. We just do. That's a whole other aspect of it. But the friendships that you make and because we have a really fun community over on Facebook. We have a Facebook group. We do challenges, we do prizes. It's the friends that you make and we're all happy. Like we're all just like so bubbly and happy now on our products. Like we have a lot of fun. And I'm just so thankful. So all right, Kaesia, would love to hear your story, my friend.
Hello.
Hold on,
I
hold
don't
on. Do you hear that talking? No,
uh,
Dr. Pacheco, we aren't ready for you yet. Okay, I did it. Okay.
okay. I was like, what?
Okay, at least the audio works. Okay, share your story.
Well, hi, you guys. I am a newbie to this. I was telling Jenny that when I first was looking for Aspire, it was not Aspire that they were in. It was another Aspire women's group that I was looking for. And it just so happened that I got onto their site. They accepted me, and I was just like, okay. And they were doing these water and walking, step challenges. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. I am a type 2 diabetic. I've been gestational diabetic my son's 20. And ever since then, it's been an up and down roller coaster. I've had sugars out of control when I had to finally stop. I think my sister's on here. I finally got a rude awakening. I ended up with pneumonia in the hospital when my son was probably about 3 or 4 years old. And that was because my sugars were out of control. My immune system was out of whack. And my A1Cs was 13 plus. That's all she could tell me. And so I decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to start doing something different. And it was just a series of ongoing different diabetic meds. A lot of them had really bad side effects. And I was just like, hey, something's got to give. And it wasn't until just a few years ago, I changed a lot of endocrinologists because I just wasn't happy with what they were telling me. And the one that I'm with now, he's actually listening to me and he's wondering, well, why were you on this? Why are you in that? I go, I don't know. You guys prescribed it. So this past year and a half, I decided to do some self-care. I was going through some depression because my weight was so bad. My sugars were out of control. I hated taking the meds. And there was just a lot of things and hormones, OMG hormones. Okay. So it was out of whack and I didn't know what was going on. I would go with Johnny, my husband, to his wellness doctor. And I'd be like listening to everything he said. and he was totally all about gut health. There's pillars that you needed to do, water intake. There's inflammation in the body, and come on, inflammation. Okay, whatever, And so when I got tired of my regular doctor, I told Johnny, okay, you know what? I'm going to try yours. So I went to go see him, and he did thorough testing, and yes, there was inflammation. Yes, my hormones were out of whack. And, he prescribed some hormones, of course. But nothing really started to kick in until this summer. The picture that you see right there was actually in July, September of 23. I look at that, I'm just like, dang, okay. But yeah. And if you look at the one on the right, wow. I sit there and I'm wowed. I used to have a lot of eye issues because of my prescription meds. I mean, I would be constipated one time, diarrhea another time. And just to be vulnerable and out there, I ended up having a lot of hemorrhoids because of it. And it was just constant. And they were painful, just to be honest. And ever since I got on Plexus, I started in November. I started doing my walking with Jenny and them in October, doing all my posting of my steps and my water intake. And I didn't say okay until the end of October when I placed my order. Started in November, and I was about close to 180-ish pounds. Now in January, I weighed myself in this morning, and I was 153. So, woo woo. And my husband looks at me, and he's he'll be like, what the heck are you saying this? When we would hug each other, our tummies would hug and meet first before anything else. Now it's not like that. So, when I walk down the hallway and I see that mirror in the hallway, I cannot believe it's me. So just to kind of sum it up, I don't have all those bowel issues like I used to. I go to the bathroom regularly. I'm not bloated anymore. I used to call my tummy a food baby. And my sister, if you're on here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We used to go eat a lot. And depending on how full I was and how big my tummy was, and if I was with my nieces, just tell people that I'm 5 months pregnant. Oh, no, tell them I'm 6 months pregnant today, this time. I don't have that anymore. I am currently with my endocrinologist. He agreed. He got me off. First was the fast acting insulin. Then he said, okay, you know what? Sugars are doing good. Why don't you get off the nightly insulin? I was like, okay. I told him in July, I want to get off metformin. So that was a work in progress. And when I saw him in December, he saw my lab work. He said, okay, we're done with the fast acting. We're done with the nightly. Get off of metformin. I'm like, heck yeah. I've been trying for years to get off metformin. I still have one more, which is my weekly insulin. I by accident I was without it for like a week and a half, and yeah, my pancreas still needs some help, but I'm off of 3 big ones, which I'm really happy about. Let's see here. I have this glow. I'm Miss Jenny here tells me too. She's my sponsor, by the way. Anyway, even the custodian yesterday, he was just like, I've noticed like you've got this like glow about you. I go, I do. So, that feels good when people that you normally don't talk to, they notice these things. And I'm really happy with that step. I know finances are hard, because if you were to ask me if I wanted to, invest in something like this back then, I would have said no. But because I'm at the stage, I told myself when I turn 50, I want to be healthy. And I told my team, I said, my original goal was I wanted to be 160 pounds by June of next year. I reached that 160 pounds in November, right? So I was really, really happy. And right now, it's not all about weight for me. It's more of the fact that I am so much happier, healthy. I've got more energy. I'm not fatigued like I used to be. And that bloating is gone. And look at this. My hair, the collagen, I love it. So everything does start with your gut. And, I didn't realize how important that was until I really sat down and talked with the wellness doctor. And then I met up with Plexus, and they too were just like gut, gut, gut. You have to get your gut healthy. And it's been amazing. It's been an amazing ride, and I'm still looking forward to the future. And if it's helped me, I want to be able to help others. I was dubbed the influencer, so I just want to be there and show them what can be done. Taking that first step and trusting that Plexus will help you out. That's it.
Aren't they awesome, you guys? Such awesome individuals. And I mean, I could just listen. They have amazing stories, even deeper and longer than what we heard. Just so awesome. And that's the cool thing about this, is seeing lives change. That glow that Kaesia is talking about. Oh my gosh, the before and afters that you see of people, it's not just like this. It's not all about weight loss like we're talking about. There, you could literally see a side by side of someone's face, and their eyes are just brighter and their skin is clearer. They really do. They have this happy glow to them that having a clean gut will do for you. So, all right, we're going to take 2 minutes right now and watch a video together, and it's going to go back to describing how that triplex products works with your gut, the weed, seed, and feed. And just this is from Dr. Luis Pacheco. He is on the medical advisory board with Plexus. And it's just a quick little 2-minute video we're going to watch together quickly, and then we'll move on. Somebody let me know if you can't hear this audio. I'm hoping it works. I think it works. And we'll just let it play for 2 minutes.
The secret to feeling your best physically, mentally, and emotionally lies in your gut, because a balanced gut is key to helping us thrive.
I can't hear.
You can't hear it? You can't hear any of it? Oh, gee. All right. I figured
We
that.
could
Hear the beginning, but now we
we
can't.
could hear the beginning, but then you muted yourself, and then I couldn't hear it.
Myself, and then you couldn't hear it. Okay. All
So
right.
I think that might be the problem.
I'll rewind it a little bit, and let's see how this goes. All right.
Thrive with optimal health, and helping people achieve that is something I'm passionate about. Emerging science around the gut microbiome has taught us how important gut health really is. But many people may not know how to begin an effective daily supplement regimen. What I love about Plexus products is how they promote thriving health from the inside out with a powerful yet simple gut health system. Weed, seed, feed. That's all you need to remember. Let me share how it works. But first, you need to know a few key things about the gut microbiome itself. Trillions of microorganisms live in your GI tract. Some of them can help you thrive by supporting your immune system, improving your mood, and even helping you manage your weight. Others have been associated with unwanted effects such as fatigue, occasional GI discomfort, irritability, and even weight gain. The microbes in your gut are always fighting for more space, so the key is finding the right balance. If you want to feel healthy, happy, and confident, then you want more beneficial microbes and fewer unwanted microbes. It's a delicate ecosystem that's easily thrown off by poor diets, lack of sleep, stress, and other factors. And that's where weed, seed, feed comes in. Just like a garden, you can help your gut microbiome flourish with these simple steps. Start with Triplex. Triplex brings 3 advanced gut health products together in one powerful system. BioCleanse uses magnesium and citrus bioflavonoids to help weed out unwanted substances. ProBio5 helps to weed out unwanted intestinal yeast with beneficial digestive enzymes, and it seeds your gut with healthy probiotics. And Slim Microbiome Activating feeds those probiotics with the prebiotics they need to thrive. For even more support, add Vital Biome to your daily routine to seed your gut with 8 clinically researched probiotic strains. And you can also hone in on supporting your weight management goals along with your gut health by choosing Slim Hunger Control. Don't let an unbalanced gut slow you down, because gut health can be simple and effective. Weed, seed, and feed your gut each day for the thriving health you deserve.
Thank you, Dr. Pacheco. I mean, that's it. That's exactly how it works right there. And yeah, there's a different kind of the pink drink, a hunger control one, that has added fiber. And actually, a little side note before we dive into this right here is it actually stimulates the production of GLP-1, which is just like those weight loss shots that are not healthy for you, that are everywhere right now, very expensive, lots of side effects. It does the same thing, but naturally for your body, and then polydextrose that keeps you full. So there's a very easy, it's the Slim Hunger Control and something called Balance. Those two things are mimicking the shots. So really, really cool. Is Plexus expensive? Well, it depends how you look at it, right? How many of us are guilty of just like going through Starbucks for the day and, spending, as you can see, like $5, $6 on your latte, and it might not even be your only cup of coffee for the day. And, comparison with, this is the Triplex over here on the right. It's a lot cheaper. And the benefit of this is you're not going to crave those things anymore. I was a daily Starbucks person. That was me every single day. And again, it was one of those things where I didn't have to say to myself, I have to quit Starbucks. I stopped wanting the Starbucks. I stopped craving it. That's the cool part about this, is it almost like you don't have to go on a diet and punish your body and restrict your body. Or like Wendy said, she tried everything. It's like, you can only last so long with self-discipline, right? This is like a tool that makes it easier for your body. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer right there, really, honestly. All right, so there's other products with Plexus, and I don't want to take too much of your time. We've already had a wonderful night with a lot of info packed in, but there are a lot of other products, and the two that are not on here are, we have other drinks. We have Active, that's a clean energy drink. It is a must have. Oh my goodness, the mental clarity that comes. Your body produces more nitric oxide, oxygenating your blood is so good for you. Peach, mango, starfruit, guava, and pineapple lemongrass. And then we have Hydrate. This is good for ages 4+. This is your replacement for Gatorade and Liquid IV. It is, no sugar, completely clean coconut water and aloe, and just incredible electrolytes for your body. And that comes in, well, cucumber melon, we're hoping comes back because it's my favorite, but blueberry acai and lemon lime, and the kids love it. And then you mix and match. You can see these drinks right here, like literally I'll mix my watermelon raspberry with my peach mango for the day. That's one of my favorites. And so you're getting your pink drink in and your active energy. It's just like the best clear-headed pick me up. Like I just don't know what I would do without it. Anything else that I drink now, pop, iced tea, juice, it all is so sugary. Like I didn't know how sugary it was until you step away from it and you have something natural. There's loaded sugar. You guys have all seen those pictures of how much sugar is really in like a can of pop. It's ridiculous, but you don't crave it anymore. Your body like rejects it. It's super cool. And we have amazing products. There's even a drink for kids. My kids love it. Not listed here are the kids vitamins. So good. We talked about Balance. It actually helps your body to better process carbs and sugars so it doesn't get into the cells and stored as fat. It's like one of our most scientifically advanced products. Super cool. Everything that Plexus comes out with is very thought out with years and years of research, and they come out with it when it is spot on, revolutionary. These sleep gummies, oh my goodness, they're my new favorites. You get your ashwagandha, and even has some gut health properties to it. And I take that I love the sleep gummies. Like it's so good. And you wake up really rested. The X Factor Plus is incredible for menopause. Just an amazing, methylated multivitamin, folate, right? We have aloe, so it absorbs better. The vital biome that we talked about a little bit in that video there is great for mood and stress. The ease is one that it's kind of, it does amazing things for a lot of people in different ways. It can be for joint pain, but also inflammation. And that includes inflammation, not just physically puffy and causing pain, but even like inflammation of the lungs, like coughing and allergies. It's a miracle worker for sure. And on here, nerve, I'll just share personally, I had back surgery and lower back pain. I've been through a slew of physical therapy, massage, chiropractic work, and that nerve, I mean, there's nothing like nerve pain, you guys. It is one of the most painful things I've ever felt in my entire life. But that nerve, I haven't needed to go to anything for, I mean, because I just religiously started taking it in September, and all I do is take 2 nerve a day, and it regenerates your nerves and creates new nerve endings, no back pain. And that's just a miracle to me because it was a horrible time in my life. So amazing products. Everything is just super, as you can see, clean ingredients and trustworthy and just wonderful. I don't want to take up too much time here, but I do think that there's an importance in talking about the company itself. It's not just like some slum company, right? They own the gut health and microbiome space. People are talking about it a lot more now, right? And there's companies out there that are throwing out products left and right, but ours has been around for well over a decade, and it's clinically proven. You can go find clinical trials out there, patented. Like, this is the gut health natural system that you can depend on. The company has an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, huge, backed by Morgan Stanley, huge, privately owned, incredible humans, by the way. Debt free, which is incredible for a company. They do have a 60-day money back guarantee, you guys. So you could get your pink drink with 30 packets in it. You can have 29 of them and say, I'd like a refund. And you can get your money back. Any product at any point that you try, you have 60 days to try it and get a full refund, which is, that just shows their belief in the products. They truly do work. So you can rest assured with that. That's why sometimes, it's not even worth trying it as a sample. You just have to sample it for yourself with days at a time of being consistent and see what it does for you. Projected to be $1 billion company. Yes, they are. Based out of Scottsdale, products made in the USA. We have an incredible medical advisory board. We've got someone that was on the medical team for NASA for 22 years, just really acclaimed doctors. And then you can see, all the donations to Feeding America, super amazing. It's, an incredible company with integrity. And then we talked about this just a little bit. This is an option. This is how it works with making an income. I know there's some weird companies out there with, oh my gosh, you could be like, here's their compensation plan. It's like, whoop, your eyes bug out because it's so complicated. This is literally, you refer 3 people to try the products with you. It could be your best friend, your mom, your sister, your husband, and you would make $340. We have a fun little gift or prize each month. Last month was like a white Stanley. We've had a blanket. We've done custom Nikes. We've done Lululemon, North Face. It was even refer 6, get an iPad, just super, super fun. And the benefit of that is when you have other people try the products, it's like you got to be a blessing on their life. And it's so rewarding to see them go through it, because we're all skeptical to begin with. We've been sold to a million times, tons of different products and companies. And so to see true healing with real people is super rewarding. So like I said, this is absolutely optional, but you do kind of, once you fall in love with the products, you kind of see like, okay, well, I gotta share this. Like, I had this happen and this happened. Like, you can't keep that to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, it would be what's the point of it just being for you? Like, go tell the world, right? And we have a supportive group with like, addressing all the nerves of that, because nobody wants to be salesy or do it the wrong way. We have a great group with that. So like I said, yeah, whether you want $800 a month for extra groceries or 8,000 to replace your full-time job, that's what I did. I had $168 to my name in my bank account when I started this, as a single mom, and I did not know what would come of it. And it's been the craziest blessing. Thank you, God, for leading me here. I just can't say enough good things about this company. So thankful. So it's not about selling, it's about sharing hope and helping others. It's literally just like a referral program, nothing complicated, and super, super rewarding, especially to help other people. So there is that aspect to it as well. All right. Thank you for joining us. Little long, little late at night, but hopefully you understand gut health a little more and what maybe has been causing some issues for you. And oh, that I experienced, that's not normal. Could be connected to my gut, right? And then thinking of your family members, high blood pressure or skin issues. Skin is something that a lot of topical stuff is used to treat, but that rosacea and eczema and acne, it's a gut health thing, right? Like, I mean, literally everyone in our lives could use help with their gut health, right? And that's why we're so passionate about talking about it, not just our stories, but everybody could benefit from it. So thank you so much for joining us. And if you have any questions, please reach out on an individual basis or on our Facebook group, whatever. We are open books and happy to help you. Yeah, and just want to be a part of your journey if it's something that you want to try out. So thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Woo-hoo!
Woo!